Hey guys, you want to hear a crazy story about how my eye popped and I lost my eyesight and my eyeball for over 36 hours and how I got through it? DrAmandalyn.com here. How you all doing? Thanks for stopping your day to listen to this. If you have any big challenge coming ahead or surgery, eye surgery, and exciting stuff for my Marfan's patients and family to know that the surgery I was talking about is pretty much finished. I do have to do some more work on this one, and it's not the eyelid thing. That's just me. It's seen a lot of dark times, right? I still fully recommend this surgery. My story is a little gory here, so if you have eyeball issues, maybe you don't want to listen to this all. But I'm not going to show anything any gorier than what you can see here. But, you know, losing my eyesight was definitely always a fear for me. Worst thing I could imagine, probably because I was slowly deteriorating, always looking underneath just the edge of my lenses because they were so dispositioned. Not having loose connective tissue, I wasn't able to hold a lens in, and we are not told to have regular normal surgery. We don't do LASIK. You could lose, because I had cataracts too, so you can lose, which is a Marfan thing, your lens and it fall to the back of your eye. So they have to come from the back, being a retinal specialist, take out that lens and put in a new one, and tying it in with these gortex cool rubber bands that hold on the outside. So we're using physics more to help hold me in, unless something goes wrong. But it's totally fixable, and I had the best surgeon I could have ever asked for. This is the only time this has ever happened to him. He has done thousands of these. He's done hundreds on Marfans, I believe. I don't know his numbers, but he was like a lot. And the guy does a lot. He has a room full of people, and so meticulous, so attentive. I mean, to have a surgeon that actually cared when things were So what happened? Go in for my surgery, everything. I'm just like, oh yeah, just like the other one, no worries, come in. Go under. Well, you don't go under all the way with eye surgery, right? You kind of go under a little bit and come back up. And the guy before had done me so high because I was like, oh, my mom's a redhead. I burned through my anesthesia really fast. Go ahead and go high. So he did. And I guess that was a little too high. I stopped breathing a couple times. So I told the new girl, okay, go a little under what he did. You might want to look at his notes. And so she went real light, which was fine. But, I would have probably liked more. But you go in and you see him. I wake up and he's in there, right, cutting up my lens, and has a little vacuum sucking it up. And I'm like, oh, wow. Well, this was on this eye. Whoa, you are just doing a DNC on my eye lens there. He's like, yeah, pretty much that. So funny how the doctors will talk with us doctors. It's really fun, but sometimes they're very open with us doctors about what's not working, what's going on. But Dr. Christopher had such professional composure the whole time, and big sweetheart. Anyway, came out, everything was fine, got the new lens in, adjusted it so it's straight on. I've never looked straight on through a lens before. Whew, wow, what a crazy difference. You don't see for a little bit. It has to kind of build up there, but I'm seeing, pretty close to 20/20 in this eye now. No correction, no contacts. I couldn't even get there before with contacts. And now I'm 20/40 on this side, even though it had, what I'll tell you was Very, very scary event. And if I haven't had lots of crazy stuff happen to me already in my life where I've had to look at death in the face, this was looking at just one of my fears of being blind, losing my eye forever. But here it goes. We're coming out of the hospital, leaving, and just hit a little bump out around the great potholes of Portland because the streets are so well taken care of now, bypassing people on the road, and was twisted just a little bit. And mind you, this is like when Mercury retrograde kicks in, when the blood moon's going on, when things going on in the universe I should have checked about before I scheduled the surgery. And pop, I feel a drop in my eye and a gush, and immediately feel something's wrong, right? Something happened. But I'm like, I think I don't have any extra pain. And I didn't want to think about it, right? I didn't want there to be anything wrong with it. So I just rationalized this is just the excessive watery eyes that they tell you about, and I'll be fine. We're going to be fine. Go home. You got the patch on. You don't remove it till the next day. Wake up in the morning. It was definitely not feeling right. I had taken a picture of myself the night before, posted it on my personal side, and I could see a sink in my energy field, a hole, basically. I'm like, okay, this does feel a little different than last time, but like, what's going on? Go in to have my patch removed the next day, see how things healed up. And when the MA removes the patch, I can't open my eye. It's not opening. She goes to clean it with medical saline, which is what fills my eyeballs. I'm just filled with saline now. You amazingly don't need any of that hyaluronic acid in there inside after it's been developed, your eye and your lens. So she goes to squirt that stuff in, and I just feel like raw hole. I could feel the raw hole in my eyeball, and I screamed like, ah! She like, oh, sorry. And runs against the doctor, right? Dr. Christopher Alderman, very sweet man. And you can't get that in a good surgeon, right? This compassion and coolness too, which I might help bring out. I'm fun as a patient, I hope. But yeah, he opened it up, and I could see in his eye, and I just grabbed his chest and was like, and he was walking us through, okay, when did you last eat? We'll get you in for emergency surgery, and lean back, we'll numb you up, shoot some more needles in your eye while I was laying there in the chair, right? And pushed in the saline into my eye. Oh, my assistant needs a number. I did not find that account number. No. They all know Nora's account number there. Anyway, freaky times. See, this is why I'm distracting myself. So we schedule the appointment for us when he can get back in the suite. I have to go lay down at my boyfriend's family's house, and on no pain, well, no, we got in pain, but no anti-anxiolytics, no anxiety meds. Just me and my mind have to calm myself down. Now, I did do some tapping right under the collarbones there, and right here on the karate points, like positive affirmations. I can heal this. I will heal this. I will overcome whatever it is. I am comfortable with whatever happens. I'm whole here. My boys are good. I have lots of great, loving people in my life. I have Jared, who's standing right next to me through all this. And he went back in and he was able to save it. I just can't believe how awesome Goddess, my angels are for me. Whew. Definitely had to use a lot of naturopathic medicine in there. I should have had a rescue remedy at least with me, if you guys know your Bach flower essences. But it was nice to just have myself and my tapping to be able to face the worst fear of my life, right? For me, it was to go blind and have a zombie eye going on. I drew a picture of what I felt like it looked like, and my boyfriend was like, yeah, that's pretty much what it looked like. I don't know how he handled this, but he's okay with this stuff. It's very medically cited too, and helps us out a lot. Yeah, imagine it was just like flattened. You could see the optic nerve. There were just blood and a tunnel of veins and waviness. And I even like drew the waviness because I'm still seeing the wave of things as it fell out. Everything's a little wavy, but Dr. Alderman's gonna fix that part too. So like I said, 100% stand behind him. He hasn't had this happen. I would, any Marfan's patients who want to come out and consult with him and have the surgery done, it was very fast, of 45 minutes in and out and go home, and the next day patch off. Like crazy awesome to have this miracle when I've been looking for eye surgery for 25 years now. And been told, no, don't you get your eyeballs near anybody. But love to help with naturopathic support. I utilized lots of it, but then only just a few things really that was really most potent. And one of them was my favorite herb. So I always have a better response with my herbs. St. John's wort, Hypericum perforatum. Perforatum helps with perforations. Has little tiny holes in its leaves, and it has a great affinity for the eye or total destruction. Any area of the earth that's totally destroyed, St. John's wort comes in first to help lift up the land, get the soil happy again, and improve the terrain. So that's totally what I was using it for. In homeopathy, you don't even have to do it that much. You can literally do a high dose once type of thing. Or with this, I use a little bit lower dose, like a 200 CK a few times a day, because they're selling CKs at the health food stores now on a few of them, which is great. A little bit more power. As people open up to their powers a little bit more, self-healing. I can see a sparkle from this Aura Amethyst. Can you guys see that? I just got this from Xanthan Pink. Totally recommend her. Her collection is magical and it definitely was mine. I couldn't believe it. I'm so lucky. It's like mermaid angel energy off of this amazing piece. I had to wear a little bit more as up here so you guys could see it, then I pinned it down here. Anyway, miracles can happen, guys, even when it looks like the darkest of days. I swear to you, my past experiences of having my neck almost cut off from a four-wheeler right there, and old country fence, triple barbed wire, high speeds, almost took me out there. And then, having intense trips on mushrooms and psychedelics definitely helped me to be able to go deeper and stay calm no matter what was happening. And God knows that's around the corner for us as a planet. We have to get better and better within ourselves to handle what's hitting us. There's a lot of support out there for how we can physically be ready for the next pandemic, for the next crazy control, for food being gone, for gas and diesel being gone. We can overcome, but it's going to be who can mentally and spiritually handle all this. Who's got the deepest reserves and reservoirs? Who can use their positive thoughts and connections with their goddess, God, and higher selves and beings to keep us going as leaders in positive change in this world. So make sure you're doing that work as well. I definitely have some great people I would suggest. Sonia Miller, SoniaMMiller.com. It's definitely one of those people. Myself at Dr. Amanda Lynn, LYNN.com, or CalypsoClinic.com as a more resource-based website for you. And, you know, it's going to be interesting. That's for sure. I can't express how exciting it is to get on the other side of your fears. But it can be very magical. So you guys take care. Thanks for the attention here. And it's good to be back after my week in a wound in a dark room, doing poetry and self-reflection and meditation. And I'm feeling really good here. We can all be rising phoenixes, right? Well, to everybody, one love. Mwah.